We're with head Demon football coach Jay Thomas. The Demons are at home Saturday. 3 out of their last 4 at home in November. Coach Thomas, that's got to sound good.
Oh, it sounds great, and it's going to be good to be back home, and you can't ask for anything more. And our team's looking forward to the month of November. There's no doubt about it, and we're continually to get better across the board, and just looking forward to getting this thing started.
That's the interesting situation here is the team is clearly getting better, but so far it's not translated into wins in some very winnable games the last 3 weeks, even against the number 7 ranked team in the country, Sam Houston State, who played for the 2 national championships in the last 2 seasons. You had them on the ropes Saturday.
Oh, we did, and very proud of our guys, the effort, and it's disappointing, and I'm disappointed for them too as well. But we got to maintain a good attitude here too, down the stretch, because, it's so close, and we have been, and it gets frustrating after a while, but we got to hang in there. We got to remember where we started. Got to remember this is year 1 into new schemes and new philosophy, and we did. We went into Sam's backyard and played them really well, played them off their feet the first half. Just had a couple of things not go our way. And you got to keep playing, you got to keep going and keep believing, because those things will bounce your way if you continue to do that and you continue to do the right things. And so we're looking forward to getting back home. We've got UCA coming in, got a good football team this weekend, but it's always good to be here in front of our fans.
All right, let's talk about the 2 bugaboos that tripped the Demons up this weekend and have been problems for the last 3 weeks. Special teams play, and particularly kickoff coverage, has burned you the last 2 weeks with 2 big kickoff returns.
Well, I'll tell you what, really good scheme by them. They attacked us a little bit different up the middle. Hey, man, it happens, so we got to look at that. We're going to look at moving some personnel around, trying to give those guys some help, because they've been doing it all season, and it can wear some guys down. But we got to look at shoring that up there, and then we got to look at schematics. We got to move it around to help our guys out too, and then make sure we're doing the right things over there. But we got some new wrinkles that we're going to look at this week.
All right, and offensively, Robbie Brown, your offensive coordinator, moved down to the field at halftime at Nichols, and since then the Demon offense has been piling up yardage. Unfortunately, the yardage has not brought commensurate amount of points.
Yep.
So what's the glitch that when the Demons get close to the other team's end zone, things bog down?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, it has. It has helped having him down on the field, and getting it down in the red zone. That we know that's been a sticking point for us, and we're still committed to getting that done, and we just got to find a way to get it done within the personnel that we have right now. And we're changing our strike where we want to strike from, in the area of the field. It was a little bit earlier, and now we pushed it back a little bit closer to the goal line, to where we can strike at the end zone. But we got to continue I think that we're going to continue to just stay in our normal every down offense when we get down, and see if we can't push it a little closer, and then make the play for the end zone.
All right, let's turn our attention to UCA more specifically. This is a team that rolled up 681 yards and 66 points Saturday. Is this going to be like a pinball game Saturday, a high-scoring shootout? And can the Demons survive and thrive in that?
I'll tell you what, boy, it's tough to be a defense coordinator these days, the way the game is. It's almost like arena football, but it was amazing. That many yards in a game. Now, Coach Conk's done a tremendous job with that program. We've got a lot of respect for him and, UCA over the years, and having to go against those guys. And they're a very talented football team across the board. They've lost a quarterback that was really good player, but they've got other guys now that have stepped in, and that many yards and that many points against Stephen F. is pretty impressive. So yeah, we got our hands full there. I don't know if it get in a shootout. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't know at my age if I could handle one of those, but it would be entertaining, for our fans. But no, we're just going to have to line up and, do a really good job on their receivers. The receivers are really fantastic. Got a lot of length as far as height, and, they can go up and get footballs. So we're going to have a great game out of our secondary. Our front guys are going to have to get a lot of pressure to the quarterback.
All right. Before we get to Saturday, it's Halloween week.
Yeah.
Thursday night's Halloween. I know that for the Thomas family, it's an extra special holiday. You had a little daddy duty yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you had to do to help Halloween celebrations along at the Thomas.
Well, we had it early in our neighborhood last night, and it was really nice. Block off the streets, and very festive, and a lot of kids running around. And I was in between. I was, ran home for a bit, had to come back for a meeting. We had to work on our field goal protection unit. Then I went back trick-or-treating, then came back for meetings again. So it was fun, and we had a lot of things going on. I had all the coaches and their kids, their wives, came over. And then I got to actually spray paint my daughter's hair blue. Yeah, and she was thing one from Dr. Seuss last night, my young Haley. Yes, so it was a lot of fun, and I got a kick out of me painting her hair blue. So it was fun just to be home hanging out with them.
All right, going back to when you were her age, Can you remember some of the costumes that you wore growing up for Halloween?
Well, I vaguely remember, but back then we had really 2 TV stations, and it's not like it was today. You couldn't just run to Walmart because there was no Walmart, so we had to be very creative, so we would make our own costumes. And what I remember was me and all my buddies, we would get, it was Superman, it was Batman, or you were a cowboy, or you were an Indian. That was kind of the theme back in those days. And the one thing that hasn't changed is going to get all the goodies. That's the fun part.
Speaking of,
yeah.
Any favorite Halloween candies then and now?
Hey, I don't turn anything down, as you can tell. They're all my favorite.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Well, we hope it's all good for the Demons on Saturday night. Thanks,
yes,
Coach.
Sir. Thank you.
We're with senior receiver Louis Hollier of the Demon football team that is preparing for Saturday night's home game against Central Arkansas. In fact, 3 home games in the last 4 weeks of the season for the Demons. Louis, that has to sound pretty good.
Yes, sir. It really does sound pretty good. 3 of our last 4 games are going to be at home. The crowd, it really helps you when you're out there. Being at home, it really helps. It might not seem like it does, but being home, it really is a confidence booster. I think we do well at home.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Demon offense in particular. Over the last 2.5 weeks, Coach Robbie Brown, your offensive coordinator, moved from up in the press box during games down to on the field, and the offense has just taken off, producing a ton of yardage. What's the difference?
I think it's just knowing he's on the sideline with us. It's another I guess it just brings confidence to, I guess, seeing him right there calling plays, being there with us. It's as if he's on the field with us. He can see, look in our eyes, see if we're really out there giving it all. I think that's what the thing is about us moving up and down the field like we've been doing.
Okay, while we're moving up and down the field, however, we're not piling up the points compared to the yardage we're getting. What's the problem, and what can the Demons do to convert those big yardage totals into big point totals?
Yeah, we've been struggling in the red zone, but I think that's our focus now for this week. While for the rest of the season, get better in the red zone, because it's no doubt we can move the ball up and down the field. It's just that when we get in the red zone, we tend to struggle. But I think we're gonna have a different game plan down there and be real aggressive out there. So maybe that'll help and we'll get points now.
All right, this Saturday you're playing Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas just put up 66 points. You're not playing defense, but as an offensive player, does that say to you, hey, we need to score a lot of points Saturday?
Yes, definitely. If they're putting that much points on, we have to match their point total too, because without us scoring, it's hard on defense when the offense is not scoring. The defense is going to hold them for so long, so I think we have to match their point total when we're out there too.
All right, Louis. along with having 3 of our last 4 games at home, the calendar turns to November, but before it does, it's Halloween.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you still dress up in Halloween costumes, but I'm quite sure you once did. Do you remember any of your favorite Halloween costumes from your childhood?
One time I dressed up as a Power Ranger. I was a big Power Ranger fan growing up, so I think that's probably one of my favorite ones, when I dressed up as a red Power Ranger.
Are there any Halloween costumes that scared you?
I don't think not too many, I wasn't too scared, I knew it was Halloween, Maybe once in a while I got scared, but nothing too serious.
Any favorite Halloween candy?
No, not really. No.
All of it?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Louis Hollier.
Thank you.
Well, senior defensive tackle Lesley Deamer, the Demon football team, as they get ready for the Bears of Central Arkansas to come to town Saturday night. And it's the first of 3 home games in the month of November, in the final 4 home games for the Demons. Lesley, that's got to sound good. 3 home games in the last 4.
Yes, sir. It's really exciting to get to play the most of the end of my season at home in front of a home crowd like that on our home turf. We practice on the turf. Well, we split practice on the grass, but we spend a lot of time on the turf. And since I've been here, we've been taught to defend the turf, so it's going to be real great.
All right. Now, it may not be real great, however, playing a Central Arkansas team that just put 681 yards and 66 points on the board. Talk about the challenges of the Demon defense the Purple Swarms got Saturday against UCA.
You say they have a lot of weapons over there. Their offense has been good since I've been here. I know that from what I've seen, they take their shots when they see it. They like to throw the deep ball. They have a real good quarterback in Smothers, and their O-line protects them very well.
All right. The Demon defense has played valiantly the last few games. What's going to be the difference to turn a good effort into a winning effort?
Just focus and consistency. That was our key from our Sunday meeting. We do a lot of things well, but at times we slip up on the little things. Like the whole game we could play good, but it might be a minute or 2 span where our focus might slack a little bit and our consistency falls off and they break a long one on us, and then right after that we'll pick it right back up. So we just got to stay strong for the whole 60 minutes.
Okay, let's turn the page. It's November approaching. 4 home games in November. Before November gets here, it's Halloween.
Yes,
Now, I know that you dressed up as a kid. I don't know if you still dress up now, but talk about some of your favorite Halloween costumes growing up that you've worn.
Mainly when I was growing up, my costume was, I was playing Little League football, so I would always have my game jersey and my football pants, and I would put like the makeup and the red stuff on my face to make it look like I'm a dead football player. So, and you get to walk around the streets and see all the kids dressed up and stuff. But yeah, I was mainly the dead football player. That was my go-to costume. I think one year my mama tried to make me like a Michael Jackson thing, but I wasn't really going for that one. I stuck to my go-to costume.
All right. What were some of the costumes that impressed you?
Mainly the superheroes. I like the superheroes growing up. I seen a lot of kids with the full mask on and the Power Ranger mask. They cover their whole face and the whole suits and stuff. So that was probably my favorite thing.
One I didn't ask Louis Hollier, but I'm going to ask you. Now you see people dressing up in college and adults and this and that. Are you going to get into that once you get out of college, or are there just costumes you just like checking out and seeing how crazy the people dress up?
I just like watching what they wear. I don't think I'm gonna wear that kind of stuff. But then I think it's kind of hard to find stuff that fit me anyway. So I don't think I'm gonna get into that. But like I said, I like watching it and seeing all the creative stuff people come up with, especially with the internet, the way internet is these days. People come up with all kind of stuff and post it on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff. So I just get amusement from watching it.
All right, and this one's an easy question for a big defensive lineman. Any favorite Halloween candy?
Chocolate and fruit snacks. That was my favorite. Any kind of chocolate, and I love fruit snacks. I can eat fruit snacks all day.
It's National Chocolate Day today.
Oh, it is.
Enjoy it.
I got to get me some.
That's right. Thanks, Lesley.
All right, thank you.